everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, today I have a tiny little mini helicopter here called the M1 from OMP Hobby. Now, OMP Hobby makes the M2, and the M2 looks, well, it looks kind of like this one here, the E180 from Eachine. If I put the M2 beside this E180, they would look the same. Look at the size difference, huge. So this E180 is massive and heavy and powerful and really well made. And this little guy is the same thing, but just a smaller version of this. And it's only 118 grams, which is super, super light. Like it's the wind would just blow it away. But it's a 3D helicopter. So you have stability for a beginner like me, because I don't know how to fly 3D. And it's got brushless motor here for the direct drive system. It is a direct drive, and it's got a brushless motor here on the tail. So high quality all around. This thing's been on the market for a little bit, and it's got rave reviews. People love this, and it's designed for beginners and pros. So if you bought this helicopter and you're a beginner like me and you kept on flying it, you'd get better and better and better, and you could do all sorts of things and do speed and then start doing some really nice curves and flying sideways, and then you can go up to 3D mode and do flips and everything. Now, where is it? Now mine, I asked the company when they sent it to me, because they said, here Steve, you can just bind it to your existing radios. I have a ton of radios, but just so I didn't goof something up, I said, hey, can you send me the radio with it? That way, you know, I can show viewers that who know nothing like me could just buy the helicopter and buy the radio and then turn them on and everything works. So they did. And if you look at the radio, there's like next to no switches on it. It's pretty much straightforward, no display, nothing. But all I did is I turned this radio on, held down a button on here. It's pretty simple. There's a bind button, powered this on, they bind automatically, and everything seems to work. So I'm going to fly this mostly in stability mode now when I show you, but we'll take it out later and we'll get one of my friends to fly it in 3D mode and show you some real helicopter flying. All right, let's go fly this. All right, now I'm down here with the M1, and let's just take this off our little blades. The first thing we're going to do is turn on our controller. Not a lot of lights on it. You'll see some lights up here. Down here, this tells you the battery power remaining in our little helicopter. So to turn it on, press both power buttons. There we go. And you can see up here, the blue light is solid and the red light is solid. We're set to go. Make sure our switches are all forward. There we are. And we're good. Now let's connect the battery in here. This has a nice design inside. If you don't have this radio, you have other radios like a TX16X by Radio Master, I don't know, other radios on the market, you can bind them to this. It's very nice. All right, so let's plug this in. There we go. Plop it down, let it stabilize itself. Now we're going to put our cover back on. Put our props out like this, so they're all nice. Now you'll see on here, hopefully the camera picks it up, you see all the green dots? That's how much power is left in the battery. This thing flies for a very long time. I think it's like 8 or 9 minutes, I could be wrong. The battery is included when you buy it too, you'll see that in the unboxing. All right, so now I have to find the hold switch. On every remote, this is the hold, but I don't know if it's down or up, so let's just move this and see what happens. Okay, so it means the switch has to go up. That's hold. So let's see, nothing happens. There we are. I can just move the blade, so that's what you want. Now with all these switches forward, I'm going to assume I'm in stability mode. Let's push this down. If the props don't spin, then I'll be in stability mode. So let's go down. Nothing happens. Perfect. All right, I'm in stability mode. I can take it up. Yep, that's stability mode. Oh my God, this thing is so easy to fly. It's like a little mosquito in the air. Ah, this is nice. And it's pro grade. It is awesome. And direct drive too. Super powerful brushless motors. So this is stability, so it means I'm doing very little inputs on my controller here to fly it. And I'm flying it around slow in the breeze. So let me just try the yaw. Let me see the yaw speed and stability. So I'll bring it back. Bring it this way. Let's go yaw. Oh yeah, nothing exciting. Let's see the speed for up. Okay, that's stability, and yeah, it's a collective pitch. So in other words, when you drive it into the ground, the props actually reverse to push air upwards to drive it in the ground faster, so that you can destroy it as fast as you possibly can. But this one is super designed not to be destroyed. I don't think you could break this unless you smash it into concrete or pavement. It is got so many metal parts and designed so well. Yeah, I don't think so. Here, let me bring it over here to the other cameras. I'll fly it over what the other cameras are so they can see it. There we go. Come over this way. Go over the tree. Kind of going way up. See, it's so small. It's so small that you're just going to want to be very careful with this. Now I've got a guy in a tractor over there that I've already told once to stay away from me, but let's see if he comes back. So, coming along. Let's see how close he comes. Watch that thing. Buzz the tractor guy. There we go. I was kind of worried because I have a GoPro sitting over here and he's playing chicken with it. All right, let's bring it over here, bring it down for landing, get our fingers ready on the hold switch. Whoa. All right, so we're gonna take this out and have Jack fly it and do 3D flying and show you how this thing really goes. But first, let me show you what comes in the box.
This is the box the M1 comes in, and please note that it does come in the colors orange, purple, and canary yellow. It is a hard case box that it comes in that you can take to the field. Everything fits inside very nicely. This is a precision-made helicopter out of carbon fiber and aircraft aluminum, some plastic parts. It does have brushless motors, 290mm blades. Even the servos are top quality and the electronics are compatible with most radios on the market. The battery is a 350 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo battery, and you'll notice there is only a balance connector on the battery, so they include this balance to voltage connector for your charging system. Also included is an instruction manual for the flight controller, some spare parts for the servos, and some spare handy tools. If you also order the T6 transmitter, it comes in a box like this. It's very basic. It is rechargeable. There is no batteries required. One is built in. It has very basic standard switches. Everything works perfectly with the helicopter. And the best feature is that the lights on the bottom, the green lights that go across the bottom, give you the remaining voltage of the battery in the helicopter. Now, my radio did not come with an instruction manual that pointed out what the switches do, so I've included it here. You can just copy this screen and print it out for yourself.
All right, we're out here with Jack, and I've just handed Jack the radio for the OMP Hobby, and we're sitting here scratching our heads because I don't know what all the buttons do on it. I know which one is hold, and I know when I flew it before by leaving the buttons forward, I was in stability mode. There's a lot of switches. I say buttons, they're switches. There's a few switches on it that we're going to find out. Jack's going to flick them all as we fly here because he won't.
I am?
Because he won't crash. You won't crash this helicopter, no. And once again, if you watched our last helicopter video, I did bring the Mavic Air 2S. It's sitting right there, and it's also filming us here, so it's going to grab the helicopter and a few other things. So, well, Jack, it's all yours.
Okay, let's go.
Now he's going to take off in stability mode, I believe.
I hope so.
It's a peppy little thing.
So yeah, stability. Oh, it's very, very gentle. And this does feel like a very toy grade controller. You really have to move the gimbals to get it to move.
For me, a beginner, I found that controller very easy for me because I found the other one when I was doing the E-Sheen, it was too responsive for my abilities to fly. So if you're someone good at flying the helicopters, you'd probably like the better radio.
Absolutely.
You can also bind your own Spectrum radio or TX16S Radio Master to this helicopter and use that if you wish. So you're still in stability mode.
Yes.
Go nutso. Try
okay,
try
well,
else.
let's flip switches.
All right, he's flipped the switch.
Okay.
He's flipped this switch here and we don't know what it does.
Okay.
Oh, go all the way up. A lot of times they're not. Oh.
Okay, that's just increase the head speed.
So that's your head speed.
Okay, so
maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
You get two other switches to try.
Try this one. Okay.
What's that one do?
Okay, so I think now we're in
a little bit of banking.
Yeah, I think now we're in 3D mode. So we'll try doing a little flip and see what happens. So it flies great. I prefer the 3D mode. I like the control. We're good.
It's moving fast for the wind, that's for sure.
Yeah. A little too windy for something this small today.
The little helicopters, yeah, they don't seem to work as well in the wind. There we go. All right, so you saw the flight of this little guy. Hopefully the cameras could pick it up because it is quite small in size. Jack and I were flicking the switches all over the place, trying to figure out what does what. You know, we really should read the instructions. But either case, since Jack's a pro, I assumed he knew.
Stability-wise, it's great. It's a little small it's a windy day, so the wind did affect the flight a little bit.
Yeah.
But in stability mode, you can learn to fly this helicopter. It's quite nice.
Yeah, when I took this one for a spin, I really liked it and I could fly it around. I had no wind on the day, like not a lot of wind like today when I flew it. So it was fine for me. I could keep it around, but as we saw here, as soon as we went up, the wind was blowing harder, and this little thing being small, Jack's got to keep it in his vision. With the wind blowing, it's doing things maybe he didn't want it to do. But if he has it flying straight, then it flies perfect. Like when you were zooming it back and forth and doing the ovals and the loops, it was flying really good in the wind.
Absolutely, yeah. I find the controller a little toy grade. So, but overall, the canopy on this, the parts, everything, it's a very good quality little heli.
And once again, if you can order the drone without the controller. If you want the controller, it binds automatically if you're a newbie like me. But if you already own radios like a Radiomaster TX16S, a Futaba, a Spectrum, then you can connect those to it. I don't know if you have to add a receiver, but it's all set up for things like that. At least that's what it shows in the instructions. Any last words, Jack?
Not really. Great little heli. Love it.
All right, guys. So I'm going to put links below to where you can find the M1. They're very popular. I'll put links below to where you can find the radio as well, in case you don't have the radio that goes with it that binds automatically. If you're a beginner like me, I'm always going to use this radio because I'm a beginner, so it's too easy. I just take it out, flick it on, fly it around. All I can say after that is thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and catch you in the next one. Bye.